Hello, friends. Good afternoon, good day, and welcome to Coffee Break. This is Dr. Michele Alignay. I miss talking to you. I miss making chica with you. I miss engaging you in all these conversations regarding family life, well-being, and faith. Kumusta kayo? I have been very busy. That's why it's a challenge for me to go live here at Coffee Break. And I would like to greet you. I hope that you are well. It's rainy. It's a rainy day. It's a very good day to just sit down. I am having a hot tea on this rainy afternoon. So hello, Car Manuel. Maaga ka, friend. Maaga habang naka-quarantine, di ba? So I don't know what's with you. I don't know what's in your plate. Alam natin lahat tayo may mga pinagdadaanan, tama ba? In any aspect of our lives, will be challenges in health, challenges in family life, challenges in finances, challenges sa relasyon, challenges sa anak, magtutuition, sa trabaho. Nako, lahat naman tayo may pinagdadaanan. And that's why I'm really blessed by the Jewels conference, no? Because that happened last Saturday on site, and then there's still online going on if you still want to avail of it. Um, Lahat tayo may pinagdadaanan. We all have our battles, said the plenary speaker, Rosan Romero. And I'm just so blessed with her talk. But what I realized is that lahat tayo may pinagdadaanan, but we have to acknowledge na meron tayong pinagdadaanan. Do you agree with me? We have to acknowledge, baka tinatawag na tayo ng pagkakataon and we're still trying to be positive. Hindi, positive yan, wala yan, wala yan. Minamaliit natin yung issue. Minamaliit natin ng isang bagay. And sometimes, even with our health, wala akong nararamdaman. Sometimes, ayaw natin makabigat, ayaw natin damdamin, but in reality, na ang issues, yan, napapunta na ako dun sa topic natin, lalanding na tayo. Ang issues, it's like when one thing piles up and another piles up, if it's left confronted, nothing will happen. The more it will wreak havoc in our lives. So, welcome to Coffee Break. This is Dr. Michele Alignay, and I would like to ask you, are you interested in this big topic that we're having for this afternoon? Confronting issues. Kung yes, ang sagot nyo. I would like to ask you, do you ever go through issues? Meron ba kayong pinagdadaanan? Kung meron, and if you can just put it in the comment section. You can just start writing down the issues. Kung ayaw nyo isulat dito, isulat nyo sa sarili nyong paper. What are the possible issues that I'm going through right now? Maybe it's a heavy burden. Maybe it's a decision that you need to take. Maybe, it's having COVID again. Hindi lahat ng positive ay good. Sometimes it's not as a blessing. So confrontation, I would like to ask you, friends, confrontation in relationship, is it needed or not? Is it good or bad? I would like to check your answers. Is it good to have confrontations or not? What do you think? Okay ba or hindi? Nakaka-bless ba? Nakakatulong ba na magkaroon ng confrontation when it comes to relationship or not? What do you think? Kailangan nga ba? Kailangan nga ba magkaroon ng confrontation or hindi? Nakaka-bless ba na magkaroon ng confrontation or hindi? To confront, or sometimes the question is it good or bad to confront? And sometimes the question may be to confront or not. Yan ang maganda nating tingnan. So, is there a need to confront issues? Is there, when I say issues, it can be challenges, it can be conflicts, it can be differences, it can be disagreement. So, these issues, it is good. Yes, I agree with you. I'm also, some of you may be kaya meron tayong, I'm the confrontational type, but my husband is not. Same with many couples, I guess. But honestly, as a culture, we are not honestly so confrontational because we always connect that being confrontational, it's very assertive, that by culture we're not. But if issues are left untackled, if issues are not discussed, it actually becomes crisis situation. Lumalaki. Are you picking me up? So these little issues, inisan sa bahay, inisan sa trabaho, mga maliliit na pinapalampalampasin mo na lang. Wag na yan pansinin kahit sa anak na parang iinis na ako. Pero hindi natin ina-handle ng maayos. Is it helpful or not? No. In the long run, these issues can actually be the little increments that can actually like bacteria na hindi natin ginamot. Ito yung unti-unting papalaman at unti-unting makakaapekto sa relasyon. And I would like you to look at that. So what the need to confront, I have reasons, I'll present you with reasons why we need to confront. As Teen mentioned here, issues that may jeopardize relationship must be confronted. I agree with you. But make sure both parties are in a calm state. Yes, so simulan natin. Why do we need to confront? The first is, it can be helpful. It can actually be more helpful. So yung mga nahihirapan mag-confront, pero bakit hindi naman niya nakikitang helpful? It's because lumaki sila, posible na sa pamilya na ang issue ay hindi hinaharap. Mga pagdaanan mo lang yan, dinaanan lang, hindi talaga hinarap, hindi talaga inayos. So, it can be helpful. But for all you know, the reason why we're trying to confront, deal, or manage the issue, it's simply because we would like to work on the relationship. Okay, that's one. Second, it can heal relationship. Diba? Pag na-confront nyo na, oo, nasaktan ako sa sinabi mo, nasaktan ka rin sa proseso. Pero that will actually allow healing. So we don't become passive-reactive. Yung parang kunyari, walang nangyayari, pero deep inside, kinikim-kim mo yung issue, kinikim-kim mo yung sama ng loob. So that can be very helpful and healing to relationship. Another, it's that it can be win for all parties. So meaning para sa inyo mag-asawa, sa different members of the family, it can be win-win. It's not about bargaining. Confrontation, it's not about bargaining. Ito, ginawa ko na, dapat gawin mo. No, it's not about that. It's working on what is best for everyone. What is best for this relationship. Diba? Ang ganda, no? So the first reason, why do we need to confront? The first reason, it can be helpful for the relationship. Second, it can be healing to the relationship. Third, it can be win for parties, for the members of the family. It can be win-win solution. The fourth, it can be proactive. Why? Issues, some may go away, but some will just increase. If it left unsettled, the issue is still there. For example, a bad habit. A bad habit ng anak mo or ng asawa mo na naapektuhan na kayo, para walang away, pinabayaan mo na lang until it becomes an addiction, until it becomes a presenting issue that's affecting the whole system. So why? In the first place, you did not confront it kasi pabayaan na lang, wala namang masama, sa minsan lang naman, or itago na lang natin, huwag mo na ikwento, yan. Parang tinolerate natin the wrongdoing. We tolerated an unhealthy pattern that can lead to more difficulties or a crisis situation later on. Another is that it can be a thoughtful and this is what's important. Confrontation, we need to do it because it can be a thoughtful, reflective, and a growth process. Ganda, di ba? It can be a thoughtful, reflective, and growth process. Lahat tayo mabibless, lahat tayo mag-grow. Lahat tayo may kahihinatnan. So I would like you to look at that. It can be actually, oo, umiyak kami. Oo, nag-usap kami. Ang sakit. But from there, healing can happen. And when we start confronting, I said that it can be a thoughtful and reflective process because you don't just confront because of your emotion. You don't confront, nasaktan ako kailangan malaman niya. No, nasaktan tayo. Hindi ito okay sa akin, but you reflect about it as well as with the words that you're going to use, may baon. So, confrontation, it's not nanunugod. Remember, I don't know with you, nung tipong high school, ganyan, yung parang war freak yan no? Pronto yan, no. It's because it means that you're bringing out in the open, you're disclosing your feelings, you're trying to see, hey, how can we help each other? This is not good for our family. This is not good for our marriage. Our relationship is already suffering. How can we deal with this together? So it can be a thoughtful process because it will allow you to think. Hindi na to healthy. Ito nakakatulong. It can be reflective. Ano nga bang ginawa ko? Ano bang state niya? Okay ba yung position niya? Okay naman minsan, alam niyo sa relasyon, on the side, no? Lahat naman okay. Lahat naman lahat naman ay walang tama o mali. One time, my husband and I were discussing something. So, yung mga quantifiers na tama ba o mali. So, I said, no, you know, sometimes in situations, there's no more sinong tama or mali. Pero ano yung aspeto na mas kailangan natin ngayon? There's no moral of right and wrong sometimes because many times, both parties are actually well-meaning. They're actually correct and they're actually tama. Nakatama yung lugar. So, pareho kayo nasa tamang lugar. Magkaiba lang ng diskarte, magkaiba lang ng pinanggagalingan, di ba? So, sometimes, the question is already, what will be helpful for now? It doesn't mean that ikaw yung tama, ikaw yung mali. So, tanggal dito yung pride, tanggal dito yung competition, tanggal dito yung pagalingan. Ang kailangan nila natin when confrontation is that the spirit of intention, the spirit of, I would like to work on the relationship. So, that's where the growth comes. So, it can be thoughtful, reflective, and the growth process na sa akin, dapat sama-sama yon. Kailangan pag nag-reflect, kailangan we are mindful or thoughtful, and at the same time, it will help us grow. That's the main reason. So when issues happen, as I said, either it's a conflict, differences, and it's a misunderstanding. Friends, when this happen, what happens to you? When issues are, here, knocking at your door, or you're in a plate, nakahain sa'yo lahat ng problema, nakahain sa'yo lahat ng differences. Parang ginugulo ka ng differences niyo ng asawa mo, ng pamilya mo, ng extended family. What happens to you? How does this affect you, especially if it's not life-giving, especially if it's parang dito nakaka-bless, parang nakaka-drain, parang toxic. So what happens to you? I'm gonna wait for your answers. So, and I would like you to reflect about it. Either you answer it here or personally, what happens to you when issues are actually affecting your whole well-being already? It's affecting the relationship. It's actually making you drift apart. Di ba? Yan ang mga hiwagang tanong. So now, when issues happen, some people, let's just see how some people deal with it. Some people react angrily, galit agad. At sila yung pinakamahirap kausapin honestly. Pangalawa, may mga tao that they deny the anger. They deny the anger or they deny the emotion. They deny that na hindi naman ako nasaktan. Okay lang ako. Some would deny na wala naman nangyari sa akin. Kayo anong nangyayari sa inyo, and others would deny that naapektuhan ka. Hindi, okay lang yan, ganyan talaga. But in all honesty, inside parang ayaw nilang tumubo because some people, the toxic pattern is that they would like to keep peace at all costs. Ayaw nilang maapektuhan sila, ayaw nilang to rock the boat. Meron akong tawag dyan, minsan kailangan mo ng matigas na sikmura sa relasyon kasi kailangan mong sabihin kung anong dapat sabihin para mag-grow ang lahat. So, kailangan minsan matigas yung sikmura mo, na kaya mo bang tigasan yung sikmura mo. Kasi kung hindi mo kayang tigasan yung sikmura mo, how can you deal with the issue? So, friends, matigas ba yung sikmura nyo? Can you rock the boat? Can you rock the boat? Hindi mo ginugulo. Yes, the peace will not be there. But that peace is sometimes, we want to keep peace, but toxic peace. It's not peace. It's actually toxic silence. But you just would like to keep it for the sake na walang away. Hindi totoo na walang relasyon, na walang conflict. Because if there's no conflict or issue in a relationship, there's no point of growing. There's no way to retool. So it's all part of it. Sabi nga nung paborito kong quote from Virginia Satir, problems are not the problem, coping is the problem. So the issue itself is not our problem. Our problem is how we're confronting and dealing with the issue. Some people can be passive-aggressive. Kunyari walang alam, kunyari walang nangyayari, pero naman, ang dami na palang sinabi sa likod nyo. Hindi ko alam kung nasan kayo dito, friends, but I would like to invite everyone. Start moving from confrontation to carefrontation. My favorite preacher friend from the FEC, Brother Obet Cabrillas. Kanya, paborito niyang term yan. So, is it a confrontation? Yung talagang haharapin yung issue? Yes, pwede rin naman with care. So, he calls it, and I coined it, carefrontation. So, the carefrontation or the confrontation is that you're moving and trying to thoughtfully find a way to enhance the relationship, to be able to show to the person you love, to your spouse, to your siblings, to your child, to your family members, that you want to value the relationship. That's why you're confronting. And you are concerned. You love the person, kaya nyo ginagawa. Mahirap? Oo, mahirap. Mahirap gawin, but we need to. Silent treatment will not work. It may seem that it's working, but in reality, there's no growth and there's no resolution because it's simply not working. So, come to think of it, the first thing that I would like you to look into as we care front is that check the posture of your spirit. Check the posture of your heart. Nasaan ka ba? One, you have to purify your intention why you would like to confront. Bakit ko nga ba ito gustong gawin? Bakit nga ba kailangan kong ayusin tong issue na to? The first thing is that do you want to spike the person? Are you check your heart? I am confronting because gusto kong masabi sa kanya na ang sama niya. Yan. So that's not helpful. The second is that you want to create do I want to create unhealthy condition? Ne, gusto kong mag-confront kasi gusto kong sabihin sa kanya na dapat ganito, dapat ganyan eh. So you would like to force and you would like to control the relationship. That's why you're wanting to confront. The third, the third is that you want to work out for the best of the relationship. That's the third reason that you would like to check. So the first is, do you just want to spite the person? The second, do you want to create unhealthy conditions? The third, you want to work out for the best of relationship. Gusto mong ayusin. Gusto mong isettle. Gusto mo na, gusto namin mag-grow. Gusto namin mag-align. Gusto kong pareho kami mag-benefit dito. Ang ganda. Okay, go. The fourth, to say, express our needs and good intentions. You would like to say, express your needs and good intentions. You want to confront, you want to confront because you would like to do this. You would like to express to the person that they are good. You would like to express na ito yung pangangailangan ko and I would like to affirm thank you. I would like to say thank you for moving with me. I would like to say thank you for working with me. I would like to say thank you and I appreciate you. And but these are also my needs. These are also the longings that I have in this relationship. And the last, to attain healing. You would like to check the posture of your spirit because you would like to reconcile inside. You would like to check. I would like to heal. I would like us to be better. The healing, it's not only for the other person, but for you. I would like to release guilt. I would like to release control over you. I just would like us to be better. So, di ba, when we ask for forgiveness or healing, it's not up to us, pero pag na-release na natin sa atin itong issue, okay, I'm good with it, I'm at peace. Either he forgives me or not, na-release ko na. That's checking what is your main intention and where, and you have to check the posture of your heart. The second, in confrontation, reflect and be ready with what you want to express. So you don't confront automatically. Nag-away kayo, okay, there's a heated discussion. My husband and I, we have a term for that. We call it interesting discussion. So there's an interesting discussion, there's a heated discussion already, and you don't automatically confront. I find myself this past years, siguro dala na rin ng I'm getting older, that I reflect and try to be ready with what I want to express. Parang hindi, minsan, sabi ng husband ko, bakit ka ba umiiwas? Yan. Ako yung confrontational, pero there are times I don't want to talk to you yet. Take note, yet. I don't want to talk yet. Teka lang, time out muna tayo. Because sabi ko, hindi ako umiiwas dahil binabastos kita. Tumatahimik ako because I just would like to contain everything and think about everything first so that when I come to you, when we talk again, I'm clearer. Saan ba ako galing? Bakit nga ba to issue ko? Ano ba yung naramdaman ko? Paano ba natin, what I was hoping that this could bring us to? What solutions can I hope that we would work on? So, there you go. So, reflect and be ready to express what you need. Try to check what's your intention. The second, tingnan mo, paano ka nasaktan? Pangatlo, sabihin mo rin, ano yung need mo? Kasi I'm sure, kaya tayo nagkakaroon ng confrontation, you need the other person to do something. Maybe there's a need also that you need from the other person. So, be clear with your intention. That's the first tip. Be clear with your intention. Second, when talking and doing the confrontation, check your intention. Kanina yan. Second, ito kayo importante. Ladies, friends, stick to the issue. Stick to the issue. Ladies, bawal mag-spaghetti. Bawal yung paikot-ikot. Bawal yung, konektado doon, konektado doon. No. Stick to the issue and the topic. Third, di ba? Stick to the issue. Wag nang masyadong maraming drama. Kaya kailangan mong kumalma so hindi ka drama. Yan. So there's drama already. But we cannot just have too much emotion when we would like to have confrontation because there needs to be clarity. It's just not about your feelings alone. It's about also your feelings and how it is in the relationship. So stick to the topic. The third, if possible, use iMessage. But it's important for you to use iMessage. I feel really bad. I feel really offended. I felt really irritated. I'm so frustrated with what happened. Yeah, that's iMessage. You're not, when you use iMessage, the power is with us. You're not, well, what's the opposite? The you message is that you're always like that. You don't value me. Yan. Versus, I noted that this is what's happening. I feel that I am not valued. So there's the power and there's the expression coming from the inside. I am owning the feeling. So if the other person nararamdaman mo lang yan, hindi naman totoo. Yes, pero ito pa rin yung naramdaman ko. So, di ba, it's valid because we felt it. It's valid because from our eyes, yun yung pagkakaintindi natin. And that will give the opportunity for us also to dialogue. That will give us the opportunity to work things out with the other person. So, please, importantly, use iMessage. The fourth, state what you want or wish to work on. Kaya ko to sinasabi because I feel not valued in this marriage. I feel that I'm not seen. Everything that I'm doing, it's not good for anyone. So, yan. And state what you want to work on. I hope that somehow, when I say something, you can actually at least acknowledge it. Yes, I got you. Yes, I understand you. At least acknowledge mo man. Hindi mo na lang yung puro, oo, hindi yung sabihin mo sa akin. So, that's really the main goal of confrontation. You would like to state how it affects you, what you feel, but you would also want to clarify, to state, to declare what do you want to work on. And another tip, be open to all possible reactions. Tingnan mo kung paano siya magre-react, anong mangyayari sa kanya. Kasi at the end of the day, the person might be reacting horrendously. The person might be reacting differently beyond what you thought. Ay, akala ko okay ka lang, hindi ka pala okay. Yan. Or, my God, may sinabi lang ako, bakit siya masyadong na-agit? So, you have to be open na it can hurt, it can offend, it can trigger further issue, but at least you try to bring it out in the open. Minsan yung confrontation, it will actually bring more issues. Bakit? Baka yan yung mga naipon na hindi pinag-usapan dati. So it's not that lalong lumaki. No. Ibig sabihin, you open the can of worms. You opened more issues, but in the long run, it's more helpful that it's brought out in the open. You know, you would realize that sometimes the main issue, the presenting issue, that's not the issue. The presenting issue is that just para siyang symptom, para lang siyang lagnat. Hindi talaga yung lagnat yung problema. May mga ibang nangyayari. Meron mga underlying issues that needs to be. So, minsan, parang you'll be thankful na nag-away ka at nagkasagutan kasi nasabi mo yung hindi mo masabi dati or you were able to sort things out na ganun pala yung state niya. Ganun pala yung nararamdaman niya. And the last point, pray for it. You have to, as I said, you check the posture of your spirit, reflect and be ready to express what you want. And the third main point, pray for it. Ask for the Holy Spirit to give you the words, to give you the wisdom, and to give you the discernment and self-control to be able to deal with the person. Sometimes, you know, when we pray for it, but we also need to pray the prayer for serenity. As I always share with you, friends, God grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change. The courage, take note, the courage to change the things I can, and the wisdom to know the difference. That courage, we need to have that courage to be able to confront issues. That courage, we also need that to be accepting of what we will hear from the other person. That courage, we need that also to see us through sa mga workthroughs that we would like to do. And importantly, we have to ask for the Holy Spirit to give us that courage to take the first step in carefronting, in confronting, so that we can have the best of relationships. So, that's it. Parang mahirap, parang ang dali, pero parang maganda. Hindi ko sinasabing ito yung best route, pero I would say, sometimes it may be very excruciating. It can be very difficult to do this, but it can bring more blessings later on in the long term on your love life, in your relationships, and in your family. So I hope that this episode of Coffee Break has blessed you to confront issues with your loves, with your family, because we need it. We need it. We need it. And I hope that this has blessed you. If this Coffee Break episode has blessed you, bless me as well by sending either stars or you can ask me or you can check out the intro video of this website, of this episode for our Gcash details. And importantly, you can also access my Spotify, my YouTube, and Facebook to share with your family and friends, especially those who just might need to hear direct conversations regarding family life, well-being, and faith. Friends, don't forget, we do this out of love. And we do this because we would like to grow in our relationships. This is Dr. Michelle Alignay for Coffee Break. See you again next week, friends.